OG 6 Avengers, 2012,
Yep.
but coming through the portal is not the Chitauri. It's the 18 Invincible variants from the Invincible War.
The OG 6 Avengers versus all 18 Invincible variants. This fight is not close at all, and let me break it down and explain why. Black Widow is getting ripped to shreds in the first 3 seconds by the weakest Invincible variant. She has no weapon that can damage any of the variants. Now, Hawkeye is a different story. He definitely could hold his own in a 1v1 against one of the weaker variants because we do know that he has trick arrows, like explosive arrows, etc. And I say hold his own because he is not winning a 1v1 against any of the variants. Captain America, on the other hand, is a different story. He definitely can hold his own or maybe even beat some of the weaker variants. But again, even the weaker versions can fly. They have super strength. They're still extremely powerful. But I don't see like any feasible way that Cap could actually beat any of the variants in a 1v1. If he does, he'd have to do some crazy ass shit like a shield trick shot off a building or something. I don't know. All right, now we're picking up steam with Iron Man. If he had his nanotech suit, he could beat all 18 if he really wanted to, but he obviously doesn't have that. He's in the Mark 7 suit, which is one of the earliest Iron Man suits. But just because it's old doesn't mean it's weak. It is a very strong suit, and he even held his own for a little bit against Thor. But as much as I hate to say it, I think he's only defeating like 2 or 3 variants until he is eventually defeated. And now on to Hulk. This is when shit gets serious because the Hulk is taking down 5 to 10 Invincible variants by himself, but I don't think it'll take long for the variants to realize that Hulk is one of the strongest members on the team. And if they send like 10 plus variants at him all at once, I could see the Hulk potentially losing. And this is where the fight gets unfair. Thor doesn't even need the other 5 Avengers to defend Earth from this attack because Thor could beat all of the Invincible variants by himself if he wanted to. Thor is obviously extremely strong, way stronger than any of the variants. Plus, there is literally nothing they can do about Mjolnir and its lightning. And the only reason that Iron Man was even able to keep up with Thor back in 2012 was because he had a direct counter with his suit. If Thor used his lightning against Iron Man's suit, it would charge his suit, making it more powerful. But the Mark variants don't have that. They're just normal Viltrumites with no suit. And Thor is Thor. Like I said earlier, he could do all of this by himself, but adding on the 5 other Avengers, there is no way that the variants win this.